For 2 weeks, my world was a silent, frantic scream. Every call to my son, Michael, went to voicemail. That sterile, automated voice was a constant reminder of my growing dread. A mother knows when something is wrong, and my heart was screaming. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. The silence from his end was deafening. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I drove to his house, my knuckles white on the steering wheel, praying I was just an overreacting mother. The house was eerily quiet when I let myself in with the spare key. "Michael?" "Matthew," I called out, my voice echoing in the still air. Nothing. I checked every room, my fear coiling tighter in my stomach with each empty space. Then, in my grandson's room, I saw it. A slight tremor from the dust ruffle under his bed. My heart leaped into my throat. I knelt down, lifted the fabric, and there he was. My sweet 8-year-old grandson Matthew, huddled in the darkness, his eyes wide with a terror that stole his voice. He was shaking, clutching a small toy car, but he couldn't speak. He just stared, lost in a nightmare I couldn't see. Getting Matthew out from under that bed was just the beginning. The police were called, and the search for Michael officially began. But as days turned into a week, hope began to curdle into a chilling certainty. Something terrible had happened. My grandson remained silent, a living ghost haunted by an unspeakable memory. Doctors said it was trauma, a psychological prison. I knew the key to finding my son was locked away in Matthew's mind. So I stayed by his side, whispering stories, holding his hand, promising him he was safe. I had to be his rock, even as my own world was crumbling. It was during this agonizing wait that the ugly truth started to surface. A letter arrived, a final notice for a loan Michael had taken out, then another and another. It turned out my responsible, loving son was drowning in gambling debts. I was stunned. How could I not have known? My investigation led me to his ex-wife, Jessica. When I confronted her, her grief felt rehearsed. She claimed to know nothing, but her eyes darted away, a flicker of something cold and calculating behind her practiced tears. I knew she was lying. My instincts screamed it. The breakthrough came from the most unexpected place. While sorting through Michael's old paperwork, looking for clues, anything, I found it. A life insurance policy taken out years ago, right after Matthew was born. The sole beneficiary, Jessica? A $1 million policy. Suddenly, everything clicked into place. The debts, Jessica's strange behavior, my son's disappearance. It was a puzzle of pure evil, and all the pieces were pointing to her. The motive wasn't just greed. It was betrayal of the deepest kind. Armed with this, I went back to the police, my voice shaking with rage and grief. The trial was a blur of legal jargon and false sympathy from Jessica's side. She played the part of the grieving ex-wife perfectly, but I saw the monster lurking beneath. The prosecution laid out the financial motive, the mountain of debt, the $1 million policy. But without a body and with their key witness, my grandson, still trapped in silence, the case was weak. I felt despair creeping in. It seemed she was going to get away with it. Then, on the final day, I made a decision. I put Matthew's favorite drawing of him and his dad on the witness stand, right in Jessica's line of sight. As the prosecutor delivered his closing argument, describing the love between a father and son, I saw a crack in Jessica's facade. Her eyes fixated on the drawing. Her composure shattered. A sob escaped her lips, then another, until she was weeping uncontrollably. "It wasn't supposed to happen like that," she shrieked, the courtroom falling silent. "The storm," he fought back. "I just wanted the money." Her confession hung in the air, a horrifying admission that condemned her and finally gave us the truth. It wasn't the justice I wanted. I wanted my son back, but it was justice for Matthew. Now my fight is for him, to help him heal, and to make sure he always remembers the father who loved him more than life itself. Thank you for listening to my story. Please hold your loved ones close.